Good afternoon. Welcome back to our second installment of Cooking with Swiss Diamond. Today we are going to do a quick beef and broccoli recipe for you. Wanted to show off our Swiss Diamond wok. It's our HD Swiss Diamond. This is the 11-inch non-stick wok. We're using the induction version. We have induction and non-induction. The non-induction version is on sale this week. So what we're doing is I am heating up some water. We're going to pre-blanch the broccoli, or we're going to pre-blanch the broccoli. While I do that, I'm going to cut our steak up, and within the steak that I'm cutting, we are going to drop it into a mixture of cornstarch and water. So I've got 2 parts cornstarch to 1 part water. I am making this for 2 servings, but we will have the recipe card up on our brand page as soon as this is over, or as soon as we can after this is over. Again, we're kind of still learning how this works, but we want to be able to share the recipes with you. One of the comments we got last week was we didn't get the recipe card up. So we're going to try to make sure that that's up and ready for you guys. So what I'm doing here is I am slicing my pre-tenderized steak into about 1/2-inch strips. We don't want them to be too thick because they'll take forever to cook. So what I did, and you can see how thin they are, we're using sirloin. We're using sirloins, and I took it and I tenderized it simply using a meat mallet. You can also do that using a couple of different chemicals, but I prefer just using a mallet and getting it as flat as you need it. We went, again, about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. Okay, now that I've got that all cut up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into our mixing bowl. And we are going to mix it up with, again, one tablespoon of water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And if you haven't messed with this before, it will get a little hard, so you got to give it a stir because all the cornstarch wants to go to the bottom. Give it a stir and just pour it in there. We're going to stir that up a little bit and just let it sit. So that's going to help tenderize the meat as well, and it'll also help thicken our sauce when we get to that point. So we're just going to leave this here. I'm going to move this off to the side, give my hands a quick wipe. Okay, so as you can see, we've got our water boiling in here. I'm going to take our broccoli, put it in there, and put the cover on. This particular pan comes with a cover. It also comes with a great tempura rack. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use the tempura rack today. Our fire guy won't let us fry anything here, unfortunately. So we're just going to put this in there, let it sit for about a minute. What that's going to do is it's going to par cook our broccoli, so it'll keep it nice and green when we put it in with the beef and broccoli later. You can do this without par cooking the broccoli. Just put it in at the end. Instead of 2 minutes at the end, it's going to take about 4 minutes, and you'll get that. It's a little bit more of a brown color that comes off the broccoli. It still tastes fine. My family likes it to be green and look super fresh and crisp. Otherwise, they won't eat it. I've got little kids. I have to do what I can to get them to eat food. And that's about it. We just want to get them so they look nice and bright green, and they've kind of lost that earthy, less bright green color that broccoli comes with. So we're going to scoop this into a bowl, take the water out of it. It's okay if you have a little water in there. You just definitely don't need all that water. So we're just going to move this to the side. And next up, what we're going to do is we're going to put the same wok, after I empty the water out, we're going to put the same wok back on the heat and crank it up to as high as it'll go. On this particular, it's 420 degrees Fahrenheit. Let that get good and hot. So in here, I've got 2 tablespoons of oil. We're going to use half of it at the beginning. I'm going to put half of it in here once this gets hot. Let the oil get nice and hot. And we're going to throw the steak in, and we're going to start cooking it. So you can see already, I don't know if you can see in the pan, but inside the pan, the little bit of water was there. It's already boiling. So this is good and hot. So we're just going to we're just going to use just about half of it, put it in there, let it get really hot. Now, while that's cooking, or once this goes in while it's cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to make our sauce for the beef and broccoli. So that's hot, so we're just going to dump the beef in there. You can hear how it starts to sizzle. Let it cook. Keep stirring it every minute or so. Make sure you keep moving, make sure you cook on both sides. So get yourself a nice clean cutting board. Get a good knife. Sorry, I'll be right back. I know you can't see in the air, maybe you can. So we'll get our knife, and so what we're going to do is we are going to combine in another bowl. We're going to combine 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Mind the shot, guys? Does this work? Yeah. Okay. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. We are going to put in 1.5 tablespoons of chopped ginger. Gosh. We're going to put in 1 clove of garlic. We're going to chop that fresh. Garlic is always best when you fresh cut it. It's going to release. What you're going to do is you're going to smash it. You can do it with your knife. I always do it with my palm. Smash it like that. It peels right apart. You take the skin off of it, just like that. Makes it super easy to peel when you smash it. You don't have a bunch of little hairs or paper pieces. As I say that, this one is giving me a little bit of trouble. So you take it, and you take the garlic, and you put it out there. And what you'll do is you take your knife, put it on one side, smash it down. Give it a quick rough chop. Smash it down a couple more times. Boom, minced garlic. So while we're doing this, we're going to make sure we stir this. Like I said, we want to make sure this browns on all sides. For beef and broccoli, you really want to get your beef good and cooked. You don't want to leave this one mid-rare. You want to cook this beef all the way through. Usually, the reason being, usually you're not using that filet mignon, you're not using that porterhouse, so you're going to want to cook this food, make sure that it cooks and is super tender. All right, so you're going to put the garlic in here. You're going to mix it with a 1/2 cup of Kikkoman soy sauce. You can use whatever kind you like. We happen to like this kind. That's going to take too long. We're going to pop that little fire cap off. There we go. I had a spoon. I don't know where it went. I'm going to use this. No big deal. So you're just going to mix it together. We'll set it aside. This is going to be our sauce. So in there you've got brown sugar. Oh, I forgot one thing. You need more cornstarch. You're going to put the cornstarch in there again. It's going to help you thicken up. So again, you got brown sugar, you've got ginger, you've got garlic, you've got cornstarch, soy sauce, and that's it. So the soy sauce gives it all the saltiness you need. The garlic and the ginger give it the sweet. Obviously, there's brown sugar in there as well. Excuse me. And the cornstarch will help thicken it up. So just give that a quick stir. Stir our beef up one more time. We're getting pretty close. Again, this meal is super fast. People seem to like it. I recommend serving it over rice. We love to cheat. Again, we gotta do stuff fast. We're using Ben's original long grain rice. Pretty sure we have a link down there for you. You go ahead and get that as well. So we're just gonna take this, pop it open. We'll get that put in the microwave and it'll be ready in just a couple minutes. So again, with the Swiss Diamond non-stick cookware, you can see nothing sticking to it. It's still browning like you want it to with a good pan, but you don't have all the caramelization sticking to the sides or any of that in these non-stick pans. Excuse me. It's made with a diamond coating. These pans are made in Switzerland. They use naturally sourced diamonds from good diamond sources. What it is they use the diamonds that come off of the diamond bladed tips and stuff like that. So it's dust that's already there. We don't mine diamonds just for these particular, for the cookware. So these pans, all these pans are able to go in the oven up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. The lid as well. The tempura rack also can go in there. We've got this on sale right now for $189.95. No, it was $189.95. We've got it on sale for $159.95. That's good through the end of the month. I think on the 1st everything changes. So if you're interested in the 11-inch nonstick wok, go ahead and take advantage of that now, so that we don't run in, so you don't have to pay the bigger price later or higher price later. We are going to start doing these every week. We've got a couple requests for a couple recipes. If you guys have any more you'd like us to do, go ahead and put a link down below, and we will come up with the recipe. I'm a past chef. We have many chefs here, so we'll have many to be able to put together this stuff. So what you're looking at here is you've got the beef is pretty much browned up. It has formed, you know, the nice browning on it that you want. We're gonna move this. Oh, that's already as hot as it goes. So what we're gonna do next is we're going to take our sauce. We're going to pour it in there. We're gonna let that start to bubble. At the same time, we're gonna take one white onion, pre-sliced, put it in there. We're gonna bring that back up to a boil and let that simmer together. Yep. So we're gonna bring that back up to a boil. We're gonna let that simmer together. We also have one of our best-selling fry pans is on sale right now for $39.95. It is our 7-inch fry pan. It is perfect for breakfast. I don't know if you saw last week's lunch, but we made a Mexican-themed omelet. Everybody here loved it. I ended up having to make a couple of them. Go back, take a look at that video. Again, let us know what you guys want to see in the future, and we will get there. So as you can see, this sauce is starting to thicken up. I like mine really saucy. Some people think that this is too much sauce. I don't really care what they think. I want to have more sauce in my stuff. We got rice, we got to cover the rice. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Put ketchup on the rice? Please don't put ketchup on your rice. So next, we're going to take the broccoli we parred off before, put it in there. 1 minute, as high as this goes, we're going to cook on it, and we'll stir it up. While we're doing that, we're going to start talking about plating. Take a plate. Oh, got to clean all that. Get all your dirty stuff, move it out of the way. You have a dishwasher at home, right? Use the dishwasher. If you don't, you'll have to wash the dishes. Take a plate. We're going to set it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that rice that we had put in the microwave earlier. Now this is hot, so careful, because those are hot. Finish ripping it apart. Put a little rice on the side. Give this a stir, make sure everything's mixing together. If you're worried about that you didn't get the broccoli hot enough, or you don't think your onions are hot enough, or anything in there isn't hot enough, you can always take the lid, throw the lid back on, give it a second to steam out. That'll keep anything from drying out. It keeps any moisture in the sauce. You can keep it on there for probably 5 minutes before it starts to get too thick. Again, it's a super quick meal. We've got the recipe down below if you're just joining us. We're going to be doing this every week. So you take it, and it's simple to plate, right? You just set it on the side, just like that. And then last week I have a spoon problem this week, don't I? So I can take this, and I definitely would dribble some of the sauce over the rice again. Try not to use ketchup on your rice, please. Top it off with some sesame seeds if you got them. The good thing about this is how easy this is to clean up. I'm going to try to show you guys that as well. So after you've got that, you got leftovers, take the leftovers, put them wherever they need to go. Let me turn that off, we're done here. Is this all going to fit? I think it's going to fit. So you guys remember it was all sugar. I mean, this is a big sugar recipe, so that should be sticking to everything. It's back on the hot plate, so it's probably just getting all nasty. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I don't have a rag with me. I do have paper towels. Just take the paper towel, start wiping it, and everything's coming off just like that. You're going to need a little bit of water, obviously, for the super sticky, the brown sugar parts. As you can see, as I wipe it, it's coming off. No soap, no water. However, please use soap, please use water. These pans are going to last you a lifetime. In fact, they have a lifetime warranty on them if you keep care of them. Don't overheat them. Make sure you wash them. Did I miss anything, guys? What have I missed? Oh yeah, follow our brand store. The link's below. We're going to be doing this every week. You guys will be a big help. Come in, let us know what kind of recipes you want. If there's something you've always wanted to make, let's do it. I don't have an oven here right now, but hey, suggest it enough times that I can make my boss buy me one, and then we can cook kind of anything you guys want to. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, every week. I think next week we're going to shoot for Wednesday. We're going to bounce around times and days for a little bit until we see what is best for you guys. So comment below what time you'd like us to be on, what days are best for you, and we'll get there. Thanks again. Have a great